All right. Some of these saw before, but I'm not sure you were awake. I won't be answering any questions about the midterm or the carvings until the rest of the class gets here in an hour. So basically, this whole class about inclusion and function boils down to we need to have harmony in the masticatory system. Okay? We need to have anatomic harmony and functional harmony. If we don't have harmony in one, we will set up disharmony and destruction in the other. All right? Okay. Now I know when we started this class out, we said that we were just going to have to go real fast. You guys didn't understand where you were. Part of the problem is, coming in with brand new with this new system, I didn't know where you guys were. No, it's okay. He's here but not here. So, I didn't realize, normally in the old days, they taught us anatomy right off the bat, which apparently they're not doing for you guys, right? Summer? That's a good time to have it, after you need to know it. So, we're trying to get that all worked out, but a friend of mine was in from Canada recently. He's a prosthodontist. He graduated with me in my program, and he happened to walk by the office while he was here for a course, and he saw one of the quizzes that I gave you guys. And he told me when I saw him afterwards, he goes, man, he goes, you're not just teaching inclusion, he says, you're teaching anatomy and all sorts of stuff beyond inclusion. I said, yeah, because I have to. So you guys are getting a lot of information. I'm sorry about that. But hopefully you're getting the idea that if we don't understand the anatomy, we can't understand what we're trying to get to. Okay? And if we don't understand what teeth look like, how are we going to ever recreate them? Okay? Now I understand, I wish we had a whole lot more time for the course. Unfortunately, we have what we have. You guys are going to have to learn little bit by little bit. Don't get frustrated. I mean, I've heard a lot of complaints about no feedback from carvings and all that other stuff. And faculty, not having enough faculty to really do a good job. We're doing the best we can. I apologize. Okay? But you guys are still going to be better trained than any of the last 4 classes. Okay? So hang in there and stick with me. So we understand that we've got the fossa, right? Which is a skeletal feature. And what fits in the fossa? The condyle. Condyle of what? Okay, why is it important that the condyle fits into the fossa? Huh? Right, because this is what allows us to have motion. What is moving in this scenario? Let's keep it real simple. What moves? Mandible. Mandible. Now, when you get on the clinic floor, do you want a patient to move their mandible forward? Or you want them to move it forward? And you'll say, please slide your lower jaw forward. They won't be able to do it. It's real easy. Ask them to slide their upper jaw backward. For some reason, they can do that. You're sitting there going, it's physically impossible, but you just did it. But I promise. So if you get in trouble, You go, slide forward. Just go like this. And you're like, no, slide your upper jaw backwards. And they'll go. Sometimes you just have to break the mechanism. But I promise, try it. It works every time. Now, the reason that we have to have a unique system for movement is unlike any of the other animals, once we develop into a vertically erect being, by having the normal vertical chewing, we choke ourselves off, right? So you can see this in this pattern. If we opened up to take a good bite, we'd close off our airway. We also wouldn't be able to swallow what we were chewing. So we had to come up with a joint that not only rotated like a dog, but we had to come up with something that would translate forward to allow us to breathe. Okay? So now when we open up, we know that we translate. We know that we do a rotational opening for about how much? About 20 millimeters. How much is the average maximum opening? Inner incisal distance. Anybody know? Usually around 40 or a little bit more. Okay? So about half of the motion is rotation, the other half is translation. It's variable, so I won't hold you to the numbers. Okay. Now, to keep the whole thing together, we need to have ligaments, or else everything would fall apart, right? So we've got a bunch of different ligaments, but the most important one is the temporomandibular ligament, or capsule, that encircles the whole joint. Why is that ligament important? Does it facilitate movement? Huh? Okay, but does it facilitate movement? Okay. Does it hold the articular disc on the condyle? Okay, so it actually restricts movement. Why is restricting movement important in this joint? Okay, so that the joint doesn't dislocate and cause damage to surrounding tissues. Is that funny?
No, we're so smart.
You were the only two that got the answer on the exam. That's all I can say. You'll see the question exam. Okay, so we got ligaments to hold the joint together so it doesn't dislocate. If we don't have functional and anatomic harmony,